Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tim, and welcome to another episode of the TNA. You've got more questions, so we're here with more answers. And if you'd care to contribute to the program, you know the drill. Feel free to send them to me at Tim Leftwich on Twitter, or leave them down in the comments below. Now then, with all that out of the way, our first question today comes from Kisty Nocturne on YouTube, who asks, if you were able to, regardless of funds, what would your dream vacation be? And where would you go? My dream vacation. You know, I'm kind of a huge fan of opposites, so I think I would end up going to multiple places. Like, I would start my trip in, say, Rio de Janeiro, down on the beach there and partying up with all the crowds and everything, and then go somewhere completely isolated, like the fjords up in Norway or something like that. Completely beautiful. Human feet have not touched there in centuries, that sort of thing. And then maybe afterwards go to Hawaii, where it's got the black sands to counteract the white sands that I was down in Brazil. You know, that sort of thing until I get tired of it and ready to go home. And our second question comes from Harwoodrow Wilson, who asks, what has been your favorite Tim Talks to make? God, that's like asking me to choose between my children. Why would you do that? I mean, the real answer is that I love them all equally, and they're all amazing, and I've had equal amounts of fun in all of them. But if I had to choose, I mean, the dance one was really fun. I kind of had a lot of fun putting that together and giggled at myself way more than I should have. And, I mean, hell, any episode that I've done with anyone over at Rooster Teeth is kind of a no-brainer, but I really have a soft spot for the Contradiction guys. They were great guests, and they turned out to be great friends afterwards, and that relationship has developed nicely. Take your pick amongst those. And our third question is from Spippy Badger. What are some of your long-term creative goals? You know, I've never really had aspirations to, say, write a movie. But I love short-form type storytelling. So I think my long-term creative goals are to have some sort of eye-blade length thing get produced somewhere. If not at Rooster Teeth, then somewhere in the future. Other than that, I really kind of enjoy doing this YouTube series, and I would love to kind of develop that into a thing. But honestly, as long as I'm feeding those creative urges in some way, that's kind of my long-term goal. I want to be able to continue this career as long as I can until I drop dead. Fourth up on the list is the always wonderful DCC Rules, and he asks, if you were part of a buddy cop show / movie, who would you be buddy cops with, and which part of the duo would you be? Buddy cop movie starring me. Okay, my partner would be Miles Luna, and we would be two recovering bad cops trying to do right, but finding it really hard in the gruff and tumble city. And we would have to balance each other out. I would end up having a bad day, and he would have a good day, and he would have a bad day, and I would have a good day. But when we're both having a bad day, oh, you better watch out. And the title? Miles Left to Go. Look, you didn't ask for a good pitch, okay? And our final question of the day comes from @Slaymander on Twitter, who asks, Tim, how do I girl? I think it's really flattering that you would come to me, considering that I've been single for the last 3 years. But that's a different story. You want success with women, it's actually kind of simple. Just be yourself. Generally speaking, if they're attracted to you, that's kind of the easiest way to be. Because then you just relax and be yourself, and that's the person that they fall in love with, and that's the person they want you to be. Now, change does happen, growth does happen, and people do naturally grow apart. That's okay. But you never get started without being able to just walk up to that person as yourself and just saying, hi. And on that slightly romantic note, I think another episode of the TNA has come to a close. Thank you so much to everyone who submitted today's questions, as well as those with questions still to come. Remember, if you want to be a part of the show, send your questions in to me down in the comments below, or directly to me at Tim Leftwich on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and as always, we'll see you next time.